And once again, back on this guy. Went ahead and got antsy waiting for parts. So I took it upon myself to give this a good old vacuuming. I would do the interior. I gotta get a glove box. Somebody broke that one. It's too bad too. I mean, look at this. It's like perfect condition. It's not something I can fix, unfortunately. They must have had it down and came in here hot and just went or something, or they were trying to do something in here. I did notice the light that's usually in that hole is disconnected, so this must have been like this for a while. I mean, minus the headliner sagging. God, I couldn't ask for a better interior. I mean, I want to say this is the first one I don't have to rip up the carpet or take the seat out. I mean, there is, like I said before, there's no smell to it whatsoever. And I'm just in awe. I mean, it does have some weird paint spackles for whatever reason, or maybe that's mold. Ooh, probably mold, I don't know. Did notice on the back seat here, there's a little bit of mold, but I will touch up on that tomorrow. I mean, right now it's almost like 10:30 at night. And I don't know. According to Derek, you know, wiggle pops are calling my name. But yeah, I mean, I blew out the fuel lines, took those guys off, blew them out. My God, the stench of the old gas in here is just all over the place. I mean, I have everything that had that contained out of this shop. Oh, and I took the topper off. I mean, I have all that, whatever held fuel in this truck is not in here anymore, and I just cannot get rid of that smell. I mean, it's right in your face smell. Varnish 2 times 10. I mean, I don't know what else I could do. I mean, I had the door open for a good hour, thinking that would help, and it just didn't. So I don't know. Hopefully I can get back at her. I'll probably do the dash. More on the interior while I'm waiting for parts. I've been kind of pondering on an idea of just giving this here down a good satin black and giving here up a little bit of red gloss, or you know, flip them around. I haven't decided. I just want to see if this thing runs and idles by itself. I'm gonna get the new tank next Friday, or actually this Friday. Today's Friday, but next Friday. Get that installed. I mean, what more can I do? The tranny fluid in this thing is just redder than red. It just looks like it came out the bottle. Still have to do an oil change. Haven't ran it not much at all. So probably do that. Get the oil change done, clean up the interior, wipe down the dash and get all the dust out of there. And see what else I can do from there while I'm waiting. And it did kind of dawn on me, I never really gave you a look-see around. So this is 1990. I mean, it's got that barnacle, you know, sitting for a long time, crust on it. Frame's not too bad. I mean, it still even has the paint on the upper control arm, and I mean, it's all like surface. I mean, the rocker panels. I mean, it's a little bubble here, but it's not really hard. I mean, it's not going through, but, just a couple little things, not horrible. I've done quite a bit to that one, body-wise, and yeah, I've done a lot of body work. I'm not a body guy. I kind of try new things, try things that work better than the old things. I know, I just try. Doesn't always turn out the way I want it to, but as long as you don't look at it for too long, nobody will notice. But these things, I don't know if those were from the factory or an add-on. I have seen them before, but just odd. Unless he was hauling a lot of crap. Basically, those shocks are done. Ooh, I don't want to wiggle too much, but yeah. Those shocks are done, but it looks like you can reuse the springs, so I'm kind of curious. Might have to see how this all goes together. How well it runs. It is a long box, this is my first S10, S15 long box. I don't know what to think yet. I really don't. But I know this was out in a field. You can tell by the bumper that it was well in there. I used the ball to yank her out. I'll try to get this level, but it's got a nice little to it. Might straighten that out with the help of nature. When I say nature, I mean a tree. Just kind of back it into it and give her the beans a little bit until she straightens out. But on the driver's side, a little more of the same. Same old, same old. All the brake lines. That right there looks bad. It holds. And that is the worst brake line on this whole truck. Granted, I didn't give her the college pump on the brakes because I knew I had to be under here and I don't want crap dripping on me. So that's on the list. Oh, and that little spot right there, that was just me getting the squeak out of that doors. Little spray here. Good old PB Blaster does wonders. But tomorrow's Saturday. I haven't figured out if I'm gonna go to the good old Yankum facility, junkyard, see what I can find, because honestly, these trucks are not in there. These are kind of hard to find parts for unless you go out to the middle of absolute nowhere and people are still dressing like they did in the 20s or whatnot to find parts that are still decent. But I've looked around all in my area. I even tried to journey out to other states just to willy-nilly see if I can find anything. Just didn't bring tools or nothing. Just kind of, oh hey, I'm out here, might as well see on the good old Google. Look up some salvage yards in the area. Yeah, I didn't see much. A lot of them were just cancer ridden. Like this is, it's solid. I got a sandblaster. I'll just sandblast this down. Maybe, usually I like to put fiberglass on this afterwards, but maybe even try a 1-2 leveler for primer and see what I go, see where I get. Even has the spare and it works. The little, it still works. It's just, look at the bottom. There ain't much of nothing. Even these brake lines, they look they look bad, but time will tell. I don't know. I haven't got to that point yet, but I've dealt with a lot worse. This is Minnesota. Buy a new vehicle, buy a new truck, Took it through one winter, it's just like, whoa, what the hell happened? I mean, it even has a floor mat. That was the rest of the exhaust that was, you know, not dragging. Now it's still held because there's two brackets that held it up. But this guy, I mean, I've never seen that. Right on the weld. When they make these pipes, they curl them and they weld them. Never seen the weld get eaten out before the pipe actually failed. And then the muffler, that's just, I know this is not a carbureted truck, but almost looks like somebody key banged the crap out of it. You know, key bang, I don't know if the younger crowd would know what I'm talking about, but anybody that has a carburetor would know. You drive by the person you do not like, well, while you're driving, have it in gear. You shut the key off, let it load up because the engine's still moving, because the tires are moving and still in gear. Let it load up with fuel, and then you click it back on, and it's just like pow, wakes up the whole neighborhood. I used to do that with my old '82 Caprice. Drive by the ex-girlfriend's house and just be like, doop, good, almost a minute. And then flip it back right when I pass by her house and boom! Just loudest, it sounds like a shotgun. Well, one day I did that and left her a present. Skidding along the way up to her mailbox was my muffler, or what was left of my muffler. But, you know, key banging. You can't really do that with fuel injection ones, but it almost looks like that muffler somebody did that to, and it's just, wow. Or, since the catalytic converter was stolen out of this, maybe they didn't know what they were after. Maybe they were trying to, thought that was the cat, and busted it open to make sure it was, and found out it wasn't, but whatever. I mean, I'm just getting impatient. I really want to see if this runs and how well it runs. I haven't done plug wires or plugs or nothing. It's a big question mark, and I'm kind of getting antsy. I mean, nothing's chewed up. I haven't taken the distributor cap off. It pops off. I mean, with spray, it runs loud, obviously, but it runs. And I'm just getting antsy. I want to dig into this, and waiting for parts suck. I can't explain how much. It really sucks. And I'm really curious if this is going to work, because it's got 30, I thought it had 36. You know what? It's not even 36,000 miles. Let's go see what the dash says. It's got 32,000. 32,000 actual miles. So you gotta know, at least I would hope. Granted, it's been sitting a long time. The air conditioner still works. Because if that's the case, oh, Nilly, I think I found myself a back and forth to work truck in the summer. But time will tell. So, granted, I vacuumed her out, polished the dash. I did, believe it or not, brand new glove box door for 25 bucks. I found it, put the badge on it and everything, swapped it all out, soaked the crap out of the dash with some Armor All, cleaned her all up. She's looking pretty snazzy. That's the panel for the side and the fuse box panel. I got bored. I'm just gonna say I got bored. I'm just poking and prodding, still waiting for parts. I mean, that spackle that I thought was paint, you know, that was mold. And granted, yes, I did cleaned up the back of it, no mold. Smells nice. Even put some LED lights in there because the old ones are just yellow, and yellow. But yeah, while I'm trying to waste some time waiting for parts, I did go to the Juckerman yard. found myself a matching rim because one of the rims got stolen along with the catalytic converter. Unfortunately, it was so dirty, the guy and I didn't realize it's a black center. You can't really tell it in the video, but this is black. I mean, you can kind of see where it's chipping, but that's black. Not so much here. So, what better way to test out the thing I built called a powder coating oven than to paint the centers and powder coat them? Because I really want to know if this works. I haven't built the rack for this to like wheel it in like do and you know have 4 different levels to paint rims and whatnot, but it gives me gumption. There's a word you haven't heard in a long time. Gumption. To struggle. I mean struggle to break the beads on these to get the tires off. But I have direction. Granted, it is 10 o'clock on the 2nd, and I get a phone call. God dang it. People. Yeah, so I didn't really take as many videos as I should have. But this fucker runs. Yeah. Yeah. The bumper was all tweaked so bad I couldn't really hook my trailers up to it, so I decided to spend a little scratch and buy a receiver hitch, which was a bitch to put in. I'm not gonna lie, that was a bitch to put in. But yeah, she runs, she drives, every gear, hits every gear. It's a little loud right now because I'm with the tailpipe on. I did put a I did put a muffler in it. You know, apparently I should read what I'm buying because it was a performer muffler. So now it sounds like a V8 and is loud without tailpipe. But I did decide to powder coat these things, and my oven died halfway through it, so it looks really... I don't want to talk about it anyway. But yep, it's got a 7-foot bed, and oh yeah, definitely putting crap in there. But she runs, she drives. I got really sidetracked with a lot of other stuff that was more on the priority list. This is my pickup box trailer, 79. Put some heavy duty shocks in it with the springs. Here, I'll just show you. Jesus Christ. It's not like you can't miss it. Bam! Those puppies weren't cheap. But the exact same set. And my, can't see it over there. I'm gonna try to zoom in. My blue ox over there. Those, I had to cut everything out of to get those to fit. But, yeah. The skiddy trailer, I still need to address some issues. Ooh, the tow dolly is done though. Repainted, rewired, all the shenanigans. Painted rims, good tires. Oh yeah, that's great. That pile of F, I need to bring that back in there. Fix some oopses. Yes. Oh, and the Acura, the TL Type S. Stupid fast. Shouldn't be driving that as a daily. I decided to get a fuel leak in the tank, which not gonna fucking replace it, because you have to take the whole rear axle assembly out, whole rear end out, with the exhaust. And fuck, I was under there looking where the leak was, and I was breathing on the exhaust, just breathing, and shit was falling off. So that no, not gonna touch. But I did manage to fix the leak. I made a pinhole into a 3/8 hole, and then put a luck be have it, put a rubber plug from some vehicle that I've replaced a caliper. I wonder which one. Put that up in there and put some fuel resistant silicone in it, and it's been holding. I started off doing the $20 test, passed. $35 test, passed. And my God, the way gas prices are now, I'm at $48, and which is a full tank, and it still passed. So, yay! But yeah, this guy, I had to do some welding on. I had to fix it. Oh my God, there was no oil in the diff. Put some oil in that. I've had this thing since, ooh, God, I'm gonna date myself. 2010. Haven't really. I bought it more for storage. It was cheap. Found the topper, the stupid ass 500-pound topper, for free. Put that on there. Painted the tongue. Did some welding. No judging. This little guy right here, he's from my other skiddy trailer that apparently I can't. It's a lower trailer, so I couldn't bring that all the way up enough to get it unhinged. So I'm like, alright, screw it. So I bought a new one. Put that one on there, works great. This one, I'm like, well, I could repurpose this. So that bitch ain't going nowhere. I welded that thing up there. And this thing had no chains, and the only thing I could find is one, so hey, it's better than nothing. That pile of shit that I spent $60 on can go right in the trash. But yeah, a little more welding to do on this. Got some leakage from some areas. I'm not quite sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can see daylight. But anyway, this is meant to be a property truck. Ooh, that tailgate is just, I'm gonna have to find a plate for that. But this is more or less was for storage originally. Now, I plan to buy some property. That's gonna be my whatever the hell I want on property trailer, along with the S15 is gonna be the property truck, so I can tool around and, you know, go mudding, do whatever, have fun with it. Yeah. But yeah, this guy, I did get the motor all together. The LT1 Corvette motor. I got to still figure out the spacing on that thing, but that's minuscule. So I get to eventually, when I get time, because work has been just stupid, I'm slightly in the process of pulling the wonderful Tower of Power 4.3 liter out of there to put my LT1 Corvette motor. I did take the box off because my dumbass didn't remember that I already painted the back of the cab and the front of the box. Damn it! But I figured, well, for that LT1, I gotta change the palm pot of it anyway, which is brand new. Good thing I spent money. So I'm like, whatever. It's easier to do when it's box is not in the way. But yeah, good old Sinister over there has nothing to. There's no updates. It's yeah. I'm sorry, I haven't had time. Yeah. Anyway. But do slowly getting this thing done, stuff done. Slowly, work has been work. That's all I can say. But I picked up pretty much I got this car for free, the red one, the Buick LeSabre. I had to put rear brake lines in that. That was not exciting. But yeah, pretty much got that one for free. Put brake lines in it. Runs, drives, charge the AC. Oh, it's a backup in case the Acura decides to poop its plug. the fuel plug in the tank. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, got my Sinister's LT1 that I don't want to talk about it. I haven't touched that in a long time. I still got the cam kit and the heads to put on it. But yeah, I mean, there's the box. That was not fun to take off by myself. But yeah, there's Sinister's box. I got crate heads, which I took to the machine shop, which are right there for the 6.0. Apparently I'm taking pictures. That's hydraulic oil, just stating. Really old hydraulic fluid. I don't know why it's that color. But that's the 6.0. That is the 6.0 Beehive not LT, Stage 3 BTR freaking cam kit. I have it. So these came back from this machine shop. And then behind it I got my Vortec 305 heads for Sinister, and a LT4 hot cam, which is in the box, in this white box that's been sitting here forever. But you know, whatever, time. When you don't have any kids, you don't have a wife, and wait, no wife, no life? No, that doesn't work. Unless you're a mechanic. Anyway, or just like to work on cars, less hassle. But yeah, whoop, damn copyrights. All right. Anyway, so sum it up. Ooh, adult sippy. I'm sitting in my chair, just haven't done a video in a while. I'm gonna compile all these together, and I did do a brake stand with the S15, and I told somebody, I'd be like, are you sure you're recording? Are you sure? Did a massive Bernie in my driveway. Guess what? He took pictures, not a video. So whatever. You know, you can't get good help these days. So that won't be in the video. Will not be in this video, unfortunately, because Jesus, torched the crap out of it to the point where they were almost letting go of the tread, and I would have lost a fender. It was good times, but good help is hard to find. So I'll keep doing videos as I can, but work, since it's summer and the equipment operator, it's a little busy, so I will do what I can. Hey, and feel free to subscribe. Granted, it's a slow process, but I still look at all the comments, which, you know, if you get 18 views in a year, whatever, for videos, I still look at them and be like, kind of makes you wonder how people have like 3.7 million subscribers, and yeah, but I just do this for fun, so stay tuned.